If Brock Lesnar went to TNA, imagine the matches he would have get to have. Brock Lesnar in TNA 2007 against Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, Turning Point, Abyss. Just imagine if Brock Lesnar was in TNA. Think of all the good matches you would get to have. You'll have matches against Sting. You will have matches against Joe. And what if Bill Goldberg joined? Isn't crazy to think of it. That Kurt Angle would see that what if Brock Lesnar were to join TNA 2007? Can you imagine how Brock Lesnar be in TNA? How awesome it would be. Having great feuds with Abyss, having points with Jeff Hardy, being a heel, being a baby face, it would be crazy. And can you imagine TNA will thrive? Brock Lesnar in TNA in 2007. Oh man, first match would be against AJ Styles, and you have a turning point. He comes in as a mystery opponent. He faces Jeff Jarrett versus Hulk Hogan versus Scott Steiner. He were to have matches with Joe, Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, and he had this lengthy feud. He'll take on Joe, it'll be a slobber nugget match. He would boost the ratings up. He would put on fantastic matches. He would turn everything into a difference between WWE, John Cena, Batista. He'll put eyes on the prop. He'll make Dixie Carter a lot of money. He'll bring the best out of everybody in TNA. Abyss, Sting, Jared Styles, Fortune Mafia, him versus Kevin Nash, him versus Bully Ray, him versus almost the whole world in TNA. Brock Lesnar versus Joe. This angle would they say who is the most stronger, more faster, more quicker. They'll say who is most better. Him versus Sting is very dangerous too. You have that match. You can also do Brock Lesnar versus Scott Steiner. It'll be a dangerous match. I'm booking a asylum match. Brock Lesnar comes into Dixie Carter, F5 Dixie Carter. He decimates the whole roster. He wins the championship. He says, who I'm going to face. His first challenger will be Kurt Angle. He said, I remember back when WWE we had a match at WrestleMania 20. Let's run it back, me and you, for the World Championship. So he'll have a match at Turning Point in 2008. Brock Lesnar comes in. He wins the championship in the middle of the summer. He faces Kurt Angle next year after that. Then he wins. He holds the championship for 2 years. He drops it to Samoa Joe in 2009. He has a program with Hulk Hogan. Brock Lesnar turns face and he feuds against um uh, 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 Team Hogan. The evil Team Hogan. Brock Lesnar's outnumbered. He decimates the whole roster. He takes on Hulk Hogan and said, remember when you were in WWE, I was kicking your ass, but no. Maybe if I have more people aside, Kurt Angle turns face. Kurt Angle wins the championship in 2009. He beats Joe. So we have a program between Brock Lesnar versus a heel Kurt Angle. and Kurt Angle's the one holding the championship. And Joe wants in because Joe says, I beat Brock Lesnar and I pinned Kurt Angle. So he told the officers that he wants Dixie Carter to be in the championship. So Dixie Carter adds Samoa Joe as a third man. So we have a triple threat match for the TNA World Championship. We have Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, Samoa Joe in a triple threat match. We will do that at Sacrifice in 2010. Loser leaves TNA. Whoever loses this match have to leave TNA. So Brock Lesnar, uh, Samoa Brock Lesnar loses, and he leaves TNA. 2013, he comes back. He turns in somewhere neutral. Brock Lesnar would have had programmed better best. The the bloody matches. He'd have had a bloody program. He could have been in matches with the Sting program. I'd enjoy it because he did put himself with Sting. He would have elevated TNA. He could have elevated Matt Morgan, guys who needed Brock Lesnar, guys who put Brock Lesnar put on the map. It would have been a decent little run if he was '07 to 2013. Um, I think the Bullet Club would have never been a thing at the time either. I do think Brock Lesnar in TNA, buy or sell. I'll buy Brock Lesnar in TNA and don't sell him in TNA. But I do think Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles would be a great program. To shoot promos back and forth between a couple guys. You could tell there's a lot of things that very could happen or it could be very unique. If Kurt Angle said of the decline of Brock Lesnar in '07. So I really think Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle will have a Rock and Stone Cold TNA type feud. And with that feud, we're going, and you can see the power and the fierceness of Brock Lesnar. I would think Brock Lesnar would have really worked well in TNA. With guys like Scott Steiner, guys like Hulk Hogan. Shit, I'll even say guys like Brock Lesnar, guys like shit. I even say guys like Bobby Lashley. We would probably see Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. A dream match could have happened easily in TNA before they even hit WWE, so that's different. In that form of that Bobby Lashley, that's when the feud could have took off. As I said, it came to me. I saw this guy on Bleacher before, and it just came to me. Okay, Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. Yeah, that sounds great. So yeah, I really think Brock Lesnar could have really did. I'm not saying. I said he could have been handled better. Back when he ended streak in WWE in 2014, I think he could have been booked better. I think TNA would have gave him a better schedule in '07. I really think with that schedule he had in 2014 throughout the restoration of until 2020, I really think Brock Lesnar could have easily become a full-time scheduled entertaining wrestler. I think he should have never ended the streak, and I'm going to talk about that in the next video. But Brock Lesnar would have thrived in TNA in 2007. So that's my video. Don't forget to do what you gotta do.